Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. It's a Thursday, which of course means we have a brand new lap time challenge to go ahead and tackle. In fact, this time around we do have two of them. However, the second one is mainly focusing on the World Series finals. So I'm going to focus on the main normal variation of a lap time challenge for this video, and I'll focus on the other one at a later date. And honestly, when it comes to online time trials, this might be some of the most fun I've had in GT7 in a very long time. So here is an overview of the new lap time challenge. It takes place at Alsace Test Course, which is of course the smaller variation at this track. The car that we're being using here is the Nissan Fairlady Z Z34 from 2008. Long-term Gran Turismo fans are probably going to understand exactly where I'm coming from when I say I'm having so much fun with this one. We have a short, chaotic little track as well as a moderately powered rear-wheel drive car. Overall, it's a great combination. In terms of the rest of it then, top 3% is gold, top 5% is silver, and of course top 10% is going to give you the bronze. The track is of course Alsace Test Course. The entry period is the 29th of May 2025 until the 12th of June 2025. Usable tyres and types are sports hards, wide body prohibited, and nitrous and overtake prohibited. Your specified car is the Fairlady Z, of course. This is the Z34 from 2008. Car restrictions: BOP is mid-speed, car use can be a garage car or event specified, and car settings are specified. Race settings: track limits are set to normal, and of course when it comes to both penalty settings, they are set to on to invalidate your time. Moving on then, general tips and tricks. Of course this portion of the video is going to be more generalized tips, and the first thing I recommend is before you even load up, head to qualifying time ranking, global leaderboard, and boot up a replay. This way you can see what the current fastest times are doing. Next up, when you do finally enter the event, once again head to ranking leaderboard, global ranking, and go into the leaderboard itself to load up one of the faster ghosts. This way you can see what the player was doing in real time during the lap. Let's move on then to my next tip, and that is going to be assist off. Again, this is a car that just does not react well to assist. It's going to do nothing but bog it down. The only assist I recommend having on is ABS to default. Leave that there and turn the rest of them off. And of course, next up, that's going to be all about car control. It's going to be a manual transmission. Again, when it comes to car control, a manual transmission is key here, so you have full control over your gears at every point during the lap. Now, thankfully, there's not much in terms of gear changes here, so this is a great one to learn it. Okay, let's move into some more track specific ones. This is going to be all about cuts and curbs. Now, a lot of tracks, the curbs will work against you. Here, they do tend to work with you. As well as the cuts, well, again, if you're watching the fastest lap times, you'll see that there's a lot of smaller cuts you can do to shave off a few tenths. I fully recommend watching the replays and then trying to mimic that line. And next up is going to be elevation. Of course, here, the main part of the track is that huge downhill slope, and it can really unsettle the car, so just be assured that you're aware of it, and just be assured that you're going ahead and tackling it in the safest way. If you butcher it, then honestly you're going to be in the barrier in no time. Let's move on to the next section then, the car itself. So you can purchase this car from the Nissan dealership of Brand Central. Now it's going to cost you a total of 43,750 credits. In terms of the PP rating, it is 526.66, a displacement of 3,696cc, FR drivetrain, 331 brake horsepower, weighing 1,530 kilograms, and it's also naturally aspirated. Overall, a nice little package here. This is the Nissan Fairlady Z Z34, or the 370Z from elsewhere. It is a 331 brake horsepower, naturally aspirated 3.7 litre V6, coupled with a 6-speed manual, and of course it's rear wheel drive, one of the most noteworthy things about this car. Now, in terms of the car itself, it does like to snap on exit, so I fully recommend gentle acceleration. It's also incredibly nimble and easy to throw into corners. However, just note you will need to maintain control throughout, so just be on edge the entire time and be aware that this car may try and get away from you. In terms of the car itself, it is a great great driver's car, there is no doubt in that. It's easy to learn but incredibly hard to master. Now in terms of the car itself, it can be revved high. Short shifting isn't necessary here, and it does also have great brakes, so there's plenty of time to get that car stopped at the last second, throw it into the corner and get it back out the other side. Thankfully, this is a great car to throw around here. Not only do we have a pretty chaotic short track here, we also have a great driver's car, and of course that makes for some great competition when it comes to the leaderboards. Next up, let's get into the lap itself then. At present, this was good enough for gold, and at the time of leaving the time trial, it sat around about 32nd in the world. So let's go ahead and get into it then. I'm going to slow down the entirety of this lap because it is very chaotic and one thing to the next. So we're in 4th gear, we're starting out nice and wide and we're bringing it into the left hand side. Once you approach the curb, brake, get the car into 3rd gear and run that curb. On the curb exit, get the car into 2nd and then hit your apex for the right hander here. Now you want to get on the throttle nice and early here, as you do have a huge wide exit off of this corner. Now honestly, this section here is all about getting a nice smooth clean exit. If you don't, you're going to lose a lot of time there. If you nail it, you're going to get a great run up the hill. Anyway, keep your car all the way over to the left hand side, running this yellow line here. You're then going to watch out for the beginning of the curb on your left. Use that as your braking point as well as your turning in point. At that point, turn the car in, brake and get the car into 2nd gear. So you've got the car turned in, you're going to be dabbing the brakes and using throttle control here, and just before it drops down you want to short shift to 3rd gear. Now at this point you're going to keep yourself to the right and then switch back to the left. There's a nice little cut here where you can run the curb, but don't run it too much or else it will jolt you into the air and more than likely invalidate your lap time. Now on exit, head over towards the left hand side and get ready for perhaps the most awkward corner of the track, and this is where I'm losing most of my time. So look between the 100 and the 50 board. Just as the 100 board disappears, turn in, dab the brakes, absolutely throw the car in and then downshift around the mid corner to 3rd gear. At that point, bring the power in and it's all about throttle control to give yourself a nice clean exit. Then go up the gears to 4th and then get ready to run the curb on the left. You can do a little bit of a cut here. Again, don't cut it too much or it will invalidate you, and then absolutely power down full throttle up and across the line, and that should give you a nice clean lap. And there we go, that is a new online lap time challenge for Gran Turismo 7, the more normal of the two. I will take a look at the World Series one in a few days time, but honestly when it comes to this lap time challenge, it's fun, it's chaotic and it's competitive. This is honestly one of the best ones we've had in a very long time, and some of the most fun I've had in GT7 in what feels like honestly forever. But be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments section below. I want to give a huge thank you to all of my channel members listed on screen now, as well as a huge thank you to you guys watching at home or wherever you may be. Apologies for the voice, I do have a bit of a sore throat, but I'm just trying to soldier on through. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys, peace.